We'll start with who are you?
My name is Jeremiah Moore. I am the project lead for the student game Spiritseeker.
What game are you trying to build in Spiritseeker?
So, Spiritseeker is an action adventure hack and slash roguelike where the player is exploring a maze, trying to get to the portal at the end, and take as many enemies down along the way as possible. They get to level up and use the spirits in the game, which are power ups that help the player tackle the different challenges they may face along the way.
Who would you say the game is meant for audience-wise?
Audience wise, it's meant for people who enjoy the roguelike genre, the sense of randomness that it can provide, and then the kind of progression that goes alongside that, being able to build the character in the way that you want to and suit your play style as best as you can.
Okay, so like up to the player. Okay.
Yeah, player freedom is a big philosophy in my
Yeah.
game design.
At the very core of the game, what is it?
It's a good question. Uh, Trying to kind of narrow it down. It was kind of always meant to be like just a fun way for people to relax and have fun. Uh, Not trying to be like super deep with it or anything, like just trying to provide a fun experience for players.
Okay. After completing the game, what do you think the player should walk away feeling?
Just a sense of satisfaction and relaxation. They had a lot of fun with it and hopefully want to come back and play again.
That brings the next question. Like, what would you say the game strives for in replayability since it's a roguelike?
Yeah, so the best way to be able to create a lot of content, I think, as like an independent developer is just to add randomness. So then you're able to reuse assets and recycle them and just create lots of different scenarios from those. And so, yeah, the idea is just like you can have different ways that you level up. You might find different power ups in different situations. You could find yourself pinned by a bunch of enemies, but then you find an attack and a lifesteal power up, and suddenly you're fighting through a whole horde of them like it's nothing. And other times you might end up cornered with absolutely nothing. So it's just that fun bit of randomness. Anything can happen.
Okay. What mechanic have you added or developed that you're most proud of in Spirit Seeker?
I think the thing that I'm most proud of is definitely like the whole random generation for the map between the maze and working with Unity's 3D terrain. Those two were definitely some of the most challenging things, but it's in there now and it's working pretty well, and I'm very happy with it.
Are there any designs or trends in like the common gaming sphere that you've been avoiding for Spirit Seeker?
Uh, I would say, if anything, just like the very standard, like you can remap controls and such, like going into the UI for that and focusing on the controls mapping is something that I've definitely been avoiding, but
Yeah,
it's very standard in games now.
it's true. What's been your hardest design decision so far?
I think the hardest design decision has been like working on the level design because that's something that's generally very intentional. You want levels to be built in a way that guides the players towards objectives in a meaningful way. But that's kind of hard to do when the level itself is random every time. So it was trying to like, strike a balance between, okay, this is going to be random and we don't necessarily know what will happen with the level and how it gets built, but we also want to like have lots of things for the players to interact with, have a meaningful filled space at the same time that feels interesting and diverse each time.
Yeah. From the early concept to now, what would you say has changed the most?
Um, so many things. So many. I would say the scope for sure. Just realizing that, like, I am not Superman. I'm not Toby Fox. I'm not Notch. I can't create a beautiful, massive, immense, immersive game in just like a year or so of working with the student team. So just being able to manage expectations and adjust along the way, knowing what to trim and what to keep going with. And so, yeah, it's definitely downsized from its original vision, but a lot of the core stuff is still there.
Okay. What would you say, like from the beginning of this semester to the end of this year for this class, would you want the game to be from then to now?
I would like the game to be just a very complete version of itself. Like right now, I think we've got like a lot of the core mechanics and things that are going to be in the final game. We're hoping to have a Steam release around May 8th or so. And yeah, the goal is just to have everything that we already have just very polished, cleanly implemented, hopefully bug free, and very balanced and feeling good for the player.
Thank you very much, Jay.
You're welcome.